What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Pedro here, Pedro here, Pedro here, and I have a very powerful video that I'm creating here for you. I'm going to share with you how I imagine and how I visualize for $1 million in liquid cash. And I'm going to show you something that's very important that you do. I'll have here, let's see if I can increase the brightness temporarily. This is a gold card, right? This is a gold card that I take with me every single place. It's normally in my right pocket, sometimes in my left pocket, and it reads January 30th, 2021. I am now a multi-millionaire with $1 million in liquid cash. Dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar what? Dollar sign. Dollar sign. So as you can tell, I'm very desirous of becoming a multi-millionaire. I am now a multi-millionaire with $1 million in liquid cash. So the conversation we're going to have here today is I'm going to walk you through a process of how I'm imagining and visualizing for liquid cash of $1 million. And before we go any further, I want to tell you I'm dropping some powerful information. I'm sharing this video in the Alpha Success Network. It's going to show up in my YouTube channel, Alpha Success Network. It's going to show up on the Facebook page, Alpha Success Network. Subscribe to those pages and share these videos. If you know someone who's passionate about making that money, share with them this video, right? This video is going to transform your life. I'm going to reveal to you some occult secrets, some spiritual secrets of manifesting like no one has ever communicated before. I guarantee you, no one has communicated this information to you the way you're about to get it. So, let's jump into the conversation. This is how I actually imagine and visualize for $1 million, and you can visualize for whatever amount of money that you want to make. This is a video for people that want to make some serious guap, some serious paper, some serious dollars. First thing is I want you to get a gold card, right? I want you to get a card and write on that card what you want to manifest in the financial arena, right? Mine is this year is I'm a multi-millionaire, right? I'm now a multi-millionaire with $1 million in cash, liquid. Now, in the spiritual realm where all creation begins, in the mental realm where all creation continues, I am now a multimillionaire with $1 million in cash. Right now, this is a reality in my spiritual and mental realm. And when it's a reality in your spiritual and mental realm, then it will become a reality in your physical world where you can see it and you can touch it because now you have it. They say that you gotta be it before you have it, before you do it, before you see it. You gotta be it first before it shows up in the world. And I always had a hard time understanding what they meant, but you gotta be it before you have it. You gotta be it before you see it. You gotta be it before you do it. I didn't get it. But I've been blessed. I've been studying some information at a very high level. And I've been on this journey of personal growth and development for a very long time, on this journey of spirituality, on this journey of mental development, and everything has come together. Everything has come together for me, and I'm about to create miracles. And I'm about to create miracles. And I'm going to share with you the miracles I'm about to create so that you can do the same thing too. I am already creating miracles. It's important to watch the language. Not I'm about to, that's future. I am creating miracles, and you can do the same too. So get your gold card. Get your gold card. If you're really serious about success, Do exactly as I say. Right? Desire is very, very important in achieving success. Don't be one of those people who says, I want this, I want that, I want this, but you're not willing to do the work. 90% of the work is going to be mental. 90% of the work is going to be spiritual. It's only 10% of the work on what's happening outside. And you'll discover that in this meditation, right? This is the hard work. So we begin the process, and I start my meditation process. I used this meditation. Let's just make this big for a second. I used this meditation, and I'm going to share with you two components of my meditation right here. One is I'm using a very special sound, and they call this theta meditation. Now, theta is a frequency that your brain goes into when you fall asleep. Like when you sleep at night, you know, just dead like a log, right? Just dead asleep like a log. Your brain frequency is very, very slow, very, very slow when you're sleeping. Now, I'm about to say I believe, but I'm not going to say I believe. I'm going to say I know, right? I know that during sleep, I access the spiritual realm. I go into the spiritual world. My body stays there on the bed, but I go into the spiritual world. I travel in that spiritual world. I meet other souls in that spiritual world. I connect to the mighty living power of the living God. The mighty living power of the living God. And I have come to know that I am God. I am God. That energy that runs this universe, that runs this physical body, that runs your body, this God force. I am it and you are it. So when I play these tunes, I tap into the spiritual realm. You know, I get my brain waves slow down and I'm getting closer and closer to that realm because I'm relaxed. And I'm always meditating in the dark. I'm always meditating in the dark. I have discovered for myself that in the dark, I access the spiritual world. Now I'm going to talk about that in the manifestation discourses, right? This is a series of lessons that I have created on the manifestation process, and you can find those on my Facebook page, Alpha Success Network, right? The Facebook page, or the YouTube channel, Alpha Success Network. And maybe the meditation discourses will not be on YouTube right now. I already have them on the Facebook business page, Alpha Success Network, so you can start checking them out there. And there's where I'm going to talk about, in one of the lessons, I'm going to talk about the power of darkness and the power of silence in accessing the spiritual realm. Okay? There you go, folks. We're talking about some heavy stuff, right? I'm revealing to you spiritual secrets, hidden secrets, occult secrets. Don't go there saying, I'm Illuminati, I'm a Freemason. This is information that I have accessed myself. And it's the information that the secret societies use, and now you can use them too, right? So this sound plays in the background. This meditation is a 45-minute meditation. So for 45 minutes, I'm going to tap into that world. And I'm going to create my dream. I am now a multimillionaire with liquid cash of $1 million at my disposal, right? I'm playing this music, it's relaxing, and I begin the process of my meditation, my imagination, and my visualization. And I breathe in, and I breathe out. I breathe in and I breathe out. I breathe in and I breathe out. You know, I always start my meditations with some breath work to relax my body, and to begin to slide into the spiritual realm, the breath of life. So how do I start the process of imagining? Now we can close this here. Let's go back to the visuals, baby. Let's go back to the visuals. Right, you gotta see. So my eyes are closed and I'm meditating. My eyes are closed and I'm imagining. And the first thing that I imagine, ladies and gentlemen, is what does $1 million actually look like? What does $1 million actually look like? So I take stacks of money. In my mind, I take stacks of $10,000 bills. And if I put 10,000 in a row, right? 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10 of them, that will be 100,000. If I do another row of 10 stacks of $10,000 bills, that will be another 100,000, which is 200,000. I do the same thing on row number 3, 10 stacks of $10,000 bills, that's another 100,000. I do for row 4, 400,000. I do for row 5, 500,000. I do for row 6, 600,000. I do for row 7, 700,000. I do for row 8, 800,000. I do for 9, 900,000. I do for what? 10? $1 million, baby. So in my mind, like I'm picturing this money on the floor, right? I'm picturing it on the floor. And I'm seeing it with my inner eye. You see stacks, but stacks, 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 stacks. I'm seeing it, stacks. I'm seeing it in my mind. And as I'm beginning to see it in my mind, I'm like, okay, that's what $1 million looks like. Okay, that's what $1 million looks like. And it got so real that I felt anxious. Like I was there with $1 million on the floor, and I felt anxious, like, is someone gonna come and rob me? Right? So I'm placing those on the floor because the moment I manifest the $1 million into the physical realm, I'm actually gonna go to the bank and just get all that cash out, and I'm just gonna go and sit down with it, you know, and just chill with it, right? You know, that will be my girlfriend on that day. So I got the money and I can see the money. Okay, so I'm creating the mental equivalent, the spiritual equivalent, and I'm planting it into all of the deep layers of my mind. You know, some people say there's the conscious mind and there's the subconscious mind. The mind has got several layers, each one going deeper and deeper and deeper, and those layers are not actually separated from each other. And those deep layers of the subconscious mind eventually connect to the spiritual realm. So if I plant that image in there and I repeatedly plant it into the deeper recesses of my mind, those images are going to show up in the spiritual realm. The seed has been planted, and daily visualization and imagination is the watering of the seed, as within so without. And the law is, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. When you plant the seed, you're going to get the tree. Right now we're planting the seed of success. We're going to get the tree of dollars. So the next thing that I do is, you can see this is not easy work, right? You guys want to make money, but you got to understand how you make money. You don't make money because you got this type of business, that type of business. It doesn't matter what business you're in. You can be selling toothpicks, selling cotton buds, you can be selling laptops, you can be selling whatever. Everyone achieves success by strongly desiring success and planting that desire deeply into their mental world. And that strong desire initially caused that mental blueprint of success to pierce the spiritual realm, whereby the individual began to receive from the spiritual realm the energy, the strength, the intelligence, the wisdom, the guidance to take the right action in the external world, the intuition to take the right action in the external world that leads to the manifestation of the result. So now that I have the money there, now I want to think about, in my imagination, in my visualization, I start thinking about what exactly I'm going to do with that money. I kid you not, I spent $1 million in my imagination, and I still needed 300,000 more. And we're gonna walk through this together. In my mind, I calculated that I got a 200,000 that I gotta pay off in business debts, right? I got different business debts, and I want to reduce my debt load. And I calculated it to around 180,000 of different business debts that I have. And I was like, you know what? Well, 200,000 will go to pay off all my business debts because I don't want to carry any more credit anymore. And I felt, well, how would it feel when I'm completely credit free, right? All my businesses are running without any credit. And right there and then, you know, I just felt like I could breathe deeper, right? I could breathe deeper. So I've already spent 200,000 of the $1 million, and I'm becoming clear on why I want the $1 million. Why do I actually want this money? Right? I have the picture, but why do I want it? And the next expenditure, or the next place where I spent the money, was I took 400,000 out of that, and that 400,000 is the seed money for the international conglomerate, the international holding company that I have a vision for, that is going to position me to be an international business tycoon, and is the vehicle that's going to get me to a billionaire, right? And multiple billions. That's the vehicle that I'm going to use to get to $1 billion status. So I said I'm going to take 400,000, and I'm going to put 400,000 into my international holding company, my international conglomerate. And that 400,000, I'm going to take 200,000, and I'm going to invest that 200,000 in Africa. I'm going to buy certain companies in Africa. The risk is high in Africa. The potential returns are high. But what I'm more interested in is in investing this money in different companies will give me access to certain powerful people that own and run these companies. And I'll begin to do business with these powerful people who are already, you know, multi 100 million millionaires, right? Like 200 million, 300 million, 400 million, like their net worth. So that's a plan that I'm concocting in my mind. And then I'm going to take another 200,000 and I'm going to invest that in certain companies in the US. Yeah, predominantly in the US. Maybe Canada, I don't know. Predominantly in the US. Certain high value companies that are safe. So that will be my safe investments. Africa and other third world nations, you know, like Africa, you know, the Far East, South America. Those will be my risky investments. But that will be the beginning of my wealth creation process. So I said, I'm gonna put 400,000 into that. I strongly desire to create mega wealth in my life. So I'm planning how I'm gonna use all of this money. So you gotta plan how you're gonna use your money, right? You wanna make X amount of dollars. You gotta have number one, you gotta be able to see it. Like I showed you with my inner eye, you gotta be able to see it. And then you got to have a plan for how you're going to use that money. So I've already blown 600,000 right there, right? 200,000 debts, 400,000 into my holding company. I'm going to take 150,000 and put it into trust that's going to go towards my further education. I intend to get 2 more master's degrees in business in an international business school in the US. So 150,000 is going to go to that. So that's 750,000 that I've already spent. I got 250,000 left. From 250,000 left, I said I'm going to take 50,000 out. I'm going to put 50,000 in my savings account. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to leave it there. Okay, so I got 800,000 left. I got 800,000 left. So right now I got 200,000 left. I've spent 800,000. The remaining 200,000, I said I'm definitely gonna blow it on a car that's worth 100,000. I don't know. It might be a BMW 7 Series. It might be some sort of Mercedes. You know, just $100,000 car, $100,000 to $150,000 car. Yeah, I'll do that. So if I say I spend it on 150,000, you know, on a vehicle, that takes me to 950,000. I only got 50,000 left. But we got a problem. I want to travel the world for a year, right? 18 months. So I said, okay, I'm gonna need 100,000 to do that the way I want to do it. I'm gonna need 100,000 to do that the way I want to do it. So that takes me to 1,050,000, right? 1,050,000. So as you begin to articulate where you're going to spend the money, you begin to understand why you actually want the money, why you desire the money, why you need the money. And this is going to create inside of you a stronger desire, a stronger urge to actually really go for your dreams, right? So I'm at 1,050,000, and it turned out that I had to spend another 250,000, and I forget right now what was it I was going to spend another 250,000. We got a problem because my goal card says 1 million, but now I realize that I need 1,300,000, right? So it will come back to me. How you forget what you're gonna spend 250,000 on, Pedro? You know, when you're working with big numbers, 200,000 don't look that much. So anyway, that's the process that I'm going through right here. Is I'm becoming clear on what I want to use the money for. I'm imagining this. I'm visualizing myself spending the money or investing the money in different ways. Now the next step in my imagination and in my visualization process is now I start thinking about how I'm actually going to create that money, how I'm actually going to manifest that money, right? Most of the work we have done is mental and spiritual, but now I think of what is my strategy. And I look at the different business ventures that I'm pushing right now. And I have a business venture here that I can push and get it to give me 20,000 every month. I got another business venture here that I can push and get it to give me another 10,000 every month, right? Okay. But I have one business venture that I have been developing for a very long time, you know, very long time, 5, 6, 7 years. And that business venture has the capability and potential to create 200,000 for me every single month. Okay, now that's cool, right? That's good enough, right? 200,000 every single month. That means, you know, I can see how I can get to 1 million with that. I'm gonna have to, you know, get more ideas, more inspiration, and more intelligence from the spiritual realm, and create more value in the marketplace. But I can see how I can actually create the business opportunities that will lead to that income that I'm looking to generate. So what you want to do is you want to figure out what is the income that you want to generate. You want to be able to see it. Number one, see it like on the floor or however way you want to see it. You might want to see it in a bank receipt. You want to be able to see it. And once you're able to see it, you want to start thinking about how you're going to actually spend it. Why do you actually need this money in the first place, right? Like how you're going to spend it. And then the next thing is, well, how are you actually going to make that money, right? What's your plan? Like, what's your strategy? Do you have something in place? You know, somebody sent me a message yesterday on Facebook, and he tells me, yo, man, how did you get your lifestyle? Like, I want to have a lifestyle like that. And I asked him, what do you, like, you know, what is it that you're doing right now? And he told me what his career was. And I asked him, have you seen anyone in your career living the lifestyle that you want to live? And he's in a career that's not going to help him get to the lifestyle that he wants to live. So I asked him, well, what other ways do you have in place, or have you planned to create more income? So I don't want you to go around saying, I want to be a millionaire, and you have a job, right? Well, there's nothing wrong with a job, but a job is not going to give you $1 million unless you have a very, very high paying job, like you're a really, really good dentist, right? And there's not a lot of those. There's some dentists that earn $1 million a year, but they're very few, far and in between, right? So you got to know what it is that you're going to do to actually earn that money. You got to know what you're going to do to earn that money. You see, it was in my mind what the other $250,000 that I needed that I was missing. I got it now. I want to invest $20,000 every single month towards the growing of my brand internationally, my online brand internationally, right? I'm going to start pouring in money, pouring fuel into the social media marketing machine, and I'm going to start spreading my message far and wide. So I said I'm going to spend $20,000 every month times 12 months. That's going to be $240,000. So I'm going to put $250,000 aside to actually grow my online presence. So right off the bat there, you can see that my goal should be 1.3 million in liquid cash. So I'm going to change my goal card to reflect 1.3 million in liquid cash. So that's why you want to know what you're going to do with the money, because then you're going to become crystal clear on exactly how much money you actually need. So now with that, okay, we know what we're going to do with money. We know how we're going to get the money. The next step is a very powerful step whereby the whole time I'm holding the card, when I'm meditating, I'm holding the card. And now I sit, like I become more alert. I sit straight, I change my sitting posture, and now I just became quiet. And I started to say, I thank thee, Father, that thou hast had me. I thank thee, Father, that thou hast had me. Who are you thanking, Pedro? I'm thanking the God part of me. The God part of me has had me. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I am God. Right? You are God. I am God. You are God. That's a whole nother conversation that I don't want to get into here. God is not someone in the sky, right? Looking down here on you and deciding who is going to give some wishes and blessings and who is not going to give wishes and blessings. Now, that's not what God is. God is actually a very, 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 very vital part of you. And once you learn how to open up and connect to the God part of you, you'll realize that you are God. And as a result, you have all of the qualities of God. Creativity. You can access all the wisdom, right? You can tap into the God power, the mighty God law. That's another conversation. But I sit and I connect and I'm alert and I listen to any messages that are coming from the spiritual realm where the all pervading essence resides, and you are part of that pervading essence, and therefore you are it. And I say, I thank thee, Father, that thou hast had me. In English, that means I thank you, Father, for you have had me. You have had my request. Ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive. But you gotta believe. You gotta believe. You gotta believe you will receive it. And doing a visualization and imagination like this helps you develop the belief, because you begin to see it in your inner world. And at the same time, I start to say that I am grateful now that I have $1 million in liquid cash. I am now grateful that I have $1 million in cash. I am now grateful that I am a multi-millionaire and I have $1 million in liquid cash. When you thank, you are stating to your God part that you have already received it. Thank you. You know, when I give you a candy, you're going to say thank you to me. You know, if I open up the door for you, you're going to say thank you to me. Well, the God part of you has given you your gift. Maybe it hasn't shown up in the physical realm, but the God part of you has given you a gift of financial blessing. Thank the God part of you. So I thank the God part of me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful now that I'm a millionaire, multi-millionaire, right? Gratitude and thankfulness are positive vibrations. And you got to put yourself in positive vibrations, because positive vibrations are the vibrations of creation. You do not create from a negative space of you don't have. You create from a space of being thankful and being grateful that your wish has been fulfilled. And this meditation was a 45-minute meditation. So what I did was, I just sat back in silence. I just sat back in silence, touching my card and just being with the feeling of the vision has manifested in the physical world. It has manifested in the physical world. It has manifested in the physical world. I sit with that vision. I'm going to do this every single day. 45 minutes, this one meditation. And I do a lot of other meditations during the course of the day. But this one is specifically one meditation, one imagination, one visualization for one freaking goal only. For one goal. I'm going to keep my eye on this goal every single day until I see this money on the floor. What about you? You say you want success. You say you want financial success. Do you really want it? Do you really, really, really want it that bad? Do you want it bad enough to sit down and imagine it and visualize it every single day for a certain amount of time? I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Alpha Success Network. This is the Alpha Success Network. I encourage you to share this video with as many people as possible and subscribe to the Alpha Success Network on YouTube and on Facebook. May all your dreams come true. I'm sending you a wish of prosperity. May financial blessings overflow in your